Not every Porter Ranch home tour starts with a Flamingo Floatie, but when a home comes with mountain views and smart home features, you can see why living in Porter Ranch feels this good. What if moving to Porter Ranch meant more than just finding a place to live? What if it meant waking up to mountain views and enjoying the convenience of a smart home designed for everyday comfort? In today's Porter Ranch home tour, we're walking through a Porter Ranch home for sale that really captures what living in Porter Ranch is all about. From the layout, modern updates, and a neighborhood that feels welcoming and connected. If you've been thinking about moving to Porter Ranch, this property tour will give you a true sense of the lifestyle and why so many people are choosing to call Porter Ranch home. So on today's Porter Ranch property tour, we're standing in front of our newest listing, again in Porter Ranch, California. Now, this home behind me, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2,105 square feet of living space on a 7,668 square foot lot built in 1966. So this was the first builder north of Rinaldi, again, in the mid 1960s. They actually started south of Rinaldi, the builder known as Republic. And we featured some of their homes basically on the cul-de-sac where they actually had their model homes. All right, so this home in particular, with the 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, has a gorgeous pool, backyard, and it's an incredible smart home too. And we're gonna spend a lot of time in this home talking to you about the smart home features. And I think that's what everybody really wants when it comes to buying a home, especially in 2025. Also, stay tuned at the end of this video. I'm gonna show you why so many people really, truly do wanna call Porter Ranch home. And there's so many great things going on here in Porter Ranch. Now, Porter Ranch, located about 30 miles north of downtown Los Angeles, and we are located just above the 118 freeway north of Rinaldi Street. All right, let's turn around and start this home tour. Let's start on the exterior of the home like we always do. And so the first thing I personally see is all of the curb appeal. And the reason why you have so much curb appeal is look at the greenery, the landscaping. There's a lot of different color here in this landscaping. And so I think it's very inviting when you walk up to this home. So you have a beautiful walkway. Of course, you have a 2-car garage as well. And then the walkway will take you up to your double door entry. Okay, made it inside. So once in the interior, you have your tile entryway, and the first room you're going to see is to your right, which is this formal living room space. So this is a pretty good sized room. This is where everyone's gonna put their big screen TV. Now I wanna point out some things here. Now originally, these floor plans, this builder had that stone rock fireplace from the 1960s going all the way up. And you can see here, you have the surround on the exterior of it, right? With the built-in shelving, the mantle, and basically it's just a much more clean and modern look as opposed to just having the stone that goes all the way from ceiling to the floor. Now this fireplace is a gas fireplace and even has a gas starter. Also take a look up top on the LED lights, right? So you have plenty of lights here in this room. You have a total of 6 to be exact, and just giving a lot more light. Of course, you also have as a feature these plantation shutters, so you can allow in or keep out as much natural light as you really enjoy personally. All right, let's keep on moving. We're gonna go straight and then we're gonna go to our right. So remember this home, 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, 2,105 square feet to be exact. So this is where your formal dining area is going to be right here. It's going to be right off the kitchen. Now, you know, I'll be honest, in today's world, a lot of people don't need a full formal dining area. A lot of people have a smaller circular table for their everyday dining needs because, you know, again, most people don't have 10 to 15 people coming over where they need the formal dining table. So, and then here it also kind of gives you a more open space as well. Now over to your right, you are going to have your kitchen with your granite countertops. You're going to have your custom cabinetry, your built-in microwave, which is stainless steel, and then you're going to have your gas cooktop as well. In addition to that, your dishwasher is also going to be stainless steel, but it's a very clean, right? Because you have some black and gray in the tile of this home. You don't need a lot of color on your granite counters as well as the cabinetry itself. Finally, you have a double oven in here. Obviously did not look like this back in 1966. Now, as we move our way over here, right, let me show you this. They have something that I think that's really brilliant. You have a space right here to store all of your wine bottles and whatever drinks or knickknacks that you would like to keep here right off your kitchen, so you don't actually need to have a separate piece of furniture to store all your beverages. Okay, so 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2,105 square feet of living space. What do you think of this home so far, located north of Rinaldi in Porter Ranch, California? All right, so if you're looking to buy a home here in Southern California, in the greater Los Angeles area, reach out. We have a lot of tools at our disposal and a lot of resources for you as well. So I think it's really important when you're looking for a property to be able to buy here in the greater Los Angeles area. I think it's not just, you know, you shouldn't just be using, you know, your cousin twice removed, right? You really need someone who has a pulse on what's going on in the marketplace, number one, but also is going to be able to handhold you and be able to explain to you every step of the way what's going to happen next. That's the one thing we don't want our clients to be asking, is what's going to be happening next. So I think for us, that's something that we take a lot of pride in. And as a result, that's where we're fortunate to have just over 250 5-star Google and Zillow reviews right now. So I think that's what's something that really differentiates us, is being able to have the knowledge and being able to help educate our clients and basically handhold them from beginning to end. Because obviously, you know, you're not buying a carton of milk from the supermarket. This is going to be one of the biggest financial purchases of your entire life. And I'm completely aware of that too. And that's why we like to be really hands-on and help guide you through the entire process. All right, let's get back to the home tour. So at the beginning of the video, I told you that this was a smart home. And look, sometimes people envision the house to look like something from the Jetsons, right? But it doesn't have to be. And you can utilize a lot of different technology in different ways. And I really impressed how the homeowners here have embraced technology and be able to make this a wonderful smart home. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. So yes, I would have all these apps on my cell phone for sure, no doubt about it, right? But if you're at home, right, it's also nice to be able to have an access point, almost like an alarm system. And so here they have an iPad here that's specific for all their smart home needs. And you have everything on here, right? You can have your sprinklers, which they have set up, and then check this out, right? So you can set the temperature on your pool, the spa mode, monitor the pump, the spa heater, the pool heater. All of that can be controlled literally from this iPad as well as your cell phone. So obviously you have the Nest thermostat in here. That's what a lot of people have, either the Nest or the Ecobee, both really functional. Even the lighting in this home has been made part of this smart home system, right? So there's an app for it. Again, you control it on your phone as well as the iPad that they set up right here. To be able to control a majority of the systems of your house, from sprinklers to the thermostat to your pool in one place, or your phone, really gives you a lot of options, right? How many times you're coming back from the airport, hey, maybe you want to, you know, jump in the spa right away. And you know what? By the time you get back from the airport, it's going to be ready for you. And that's what having a smart home is all about. So before we leave this area of the home, take a look at the ceiling. Look at that washed wood look right there on top. And then of course you have the wood beam ceiling itself. So you got the beams across as well as that wood, giving it a ton of character in this space. Now we're gonna make our way past the dining area again, and we're gonna go check out the first bathroom. So this home has 2 bathrooms, one on each level. So over to your right, you have your vanity with your granite countertop. Plus you're also gonna have access to the backyard from this bathroom. So if you have friends and family over, they can utilize this bathroom. And then you're also going to have here a shower enclosure, right? Remodeled, obviously didn't look like this in 1966. So you have that designer tile in this bathroom. And so again, this is going to service both bedrooms on your lower level. All right, so here we are checking out the first bedroom. This is located right off the bathroom that we took a look at. So this is a pretty good sized bedroom, especially for a lower level bedroom. And again, you're gonna have 2 bedrooms on this level. So you are gonna have your wall-to-wall closets on the south side of this room. And I like what they were able to do here. Instead of being able to have the television basically at an angle, they were able to put the bracket in between the closets, and that way it's centered completely. Now, yes, you can obviously angle it to how you want to be able to view the television, but I really like this out because you can actually extend it, and yet at the same time, you're not angle your body or contort your body in different directions to be able to watch the TV. Okay, so that's bedroom number 1. So across this hallway over here, you're going to have your second bedroom. The door in front of you, that's gonna lead you to your garage, but this is bedroom number 2. So this bedroom, very similar. They were using it kind of as an office because of how this floor plan is laid out. And I've sold this floor plan a few times over the years. I've seen a lot of people take one of these bedrooms and make it into like a separate den, playroom, office. You know, maybe you need it like as a yoga studio or a gym at home, right? If that's something that you wanted to do, it would be very simple to do that. And again, I've seen many people do it as well. All right, so the door to your left is going to be a coat closet. The door in front of you is going to be to the garage, but we're gonna be going upstairs right now. As we do that, wanted to let you know what the schools are assigned to this home. This home falls into the boundaries for Castle Bay Lane Elementary, constantly rated between 8 and 9 out of 10. Robert Frost Middle School, that one is constantly rated 10 out of 10 by greatschools.org. And you're also in the boundaries right now for Granada Hills Charter High School. All right, we've made it upstairs. Again, 2 bedrooms upstairs, just like we had 2 bedrooms downstairs. And look at the space of this bedroom, right? You have that almost trapezoid shaped ceiling. So you have room for a really large bed. You have mirrored closets, a ceiling fan up here. And again, you just have a lot of space in this bedroom right here. All right, let's go over here to the bathroom on this second level. So you have 1 bathroom on each level, and this one's going to have dual sinks on your vanity. Not too gaudy, but it blends in with everything because the tile that you have on your flooring has a lot of hints of brown, a little bit of black in it. And then to your right, this vanity with the dual sinks, right, you have a darker brown than your flooring, but then it's contrasted even more so due to the granite countertop that you have on top. And that's a combination. It almost gives us almost like a pinkish hue, but it's really more of a brown and black with hints of white in it also. And then it allows the travertine right above it right there to kind of really be the focal point of your bathroom. So very classy in my opinion. And then over to your left, you're going to have the travertine in your shower in tub enclosure on this second bathroom in this home. Exiting the bathroom upstairs, you're going to have all of your linen closets, and they utilize the same color granite countertop, just like you had in the bathroom itself. And then over here is going to be bedroom number 4. So this is the last bedroom. Again, this one also located upstairs. This one's going to be on the east side of the home. So very similar to the other bedroom that we showcased to you on this level. Now this one's also going to have a walk-in closet as well. So this one's going to have a walk-in closet. The previous one did not have a walk-in closet up on this level, but here you do. So plenty of room to be able to put a lot of your personal belongings in this closet. Me personally, I think this is where a majority of people are going to spend the time at this house, is in this backyard, right? Yes, you do have a pretty decent sized grassy area, but it's all about this pool, right? This is a true entertainer's backyard, right? And look at the stonework right here in this pool. You know, obviously most of the pools that were built in the 50s and 1960s, they don't have pool decking like this. So you have your stamped concrete, right? And then you also have that concrete edge and stonework along your pool as well as your spa. Now what's nice is you got some wonderful views of the Santa Susana Mountains there towards the edge there. And then you have these lovely palm trees. And the great thing about the palm trees is you're not responsible for them because they are on the lot of your neighbors. But you get to enjoy the view of palm trees, right? The quintessential backyard having the palm trees here in Southern California. So again, looking at the lot from the other side, now we're on the west side of this lot. And now you can see how big truly this covered patio is. So you have this wonderful covered patio, you have a ceiling fan, and you have a service counter basically from your kitchen to the backyard, so you don't have to wrap around and go outside. From your kitchen to the backyard, you have that service counter where you can put out dishes. Maybe you have a charcuterie board, something like that, right? Whatever it may be, you know what? This is a great way to be able to serve guests when you have family and friends over. And then you also have a large garden over here, right? So how nice is that to be able to grow your own produce? So, you know, you can add additionally what you may want to, but this is something that these homeowners actually added when they moved in. So definitely like that feature. So just a nice large spot. And again, you know, I always talk to and I always go back to when it comes to backyards that the backyard space is really important because of the weather here in Southern California, that it's an extension of your living space. It really has that inside-outside combination where it just continues into one space. And I think that's what they've done here. Scott Himelstein with the Scott Himelstein Group. So what did you think of this 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,105 square foot home here in Porter Ranch, California? That glistening pool, right? All the smart home features that you have at your fingertips in this house. So is that something that you might be looking for? All right, so if you're looking to sell a home here in Southern California, you should definitely reach out to us. And the reason why I say is that we have a lot of features for our clients, because I'll be honest, most of our clients are just overwhelmed these days on trying to be able to get their home ready for sale, right? They have animals, they have kids, they're moving out of the area, right? It's a lot. It's like a full-time job that you don't get paid to be able to do. So there's a lot of things that we like to be able to do. First and foremost is just being able to give free boxes right to our sellers. And that just takes a lot of pressure. I don't want my sellers being able to scrounge at 10 o'clock at night at the supermarket or Home Depot looking for boxes, right? Because their attention needs to be focused on other areas of getting the house ready for sale. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, I walked through as well as my interior designer and we put together a plan for you. So just to give you an example, this house that we just toured today, we were able to get a lot of stuff taken out of this home and a lot of stuff, some of it moved to other areas of the house. We were able to take care of that for ourselves and have this home staged at the same time. So it makes a big difference, right, of how the house looks, and it makes a big difference in the return on investment for our sellers. And we basically give you complimentary staging. It's something that we offer. So if that's something you want more information on, definitely reach out to me and I'll give you more details on how we can make your home look like a palace. All right, so any more questions, feel free to reach out. Hope you enjoyed this home tour. Again, Scott Himelstein with the Scott Himelstein Group, your trusted Los Angeles real estate agent, and we'll see you on the next home tour.